That's what I'm talking about. Now, momentum only happens by your schedule. It's work. It's work, work, work. You guys, if you'll work like everything depends on you and pray like everything depends on God, you will have unbelievable blessings poured out in your life. But it's going to take that sacrifice, okay? Now, you guys, I want to talk about some things here because it's all right here, right? It's all. You guys all have your little booklet? Okay? So, see, we're talking about your schedule of doing meetings at night, prime time, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. We never do meetings at 7 o'clock at night. Why? Because nobody signs up at 7. No. Because if I do a meeting at 7, that means I can't do a meeting at 6 or at 8. So I only have one meeting. Right? So if you have a meeting with 100 people at 7 o'clock, I won't show up. Because that will duplicate to all of those people in my organization. Right? So I would never do that. I do it at 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And imagine what happens when you start doing 6 and 8, 6 and 8, 6 and 8, 6 and 8, every day, every day, every day, every day. Saturdays, you do your Saturday training, 10 to 1 or 2. And then you do 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? It's all about your calendar. It's all about filling up that calendar, doing as many presentations as you can in as short a period of time as you possibly can. That's what momentum is all about. So think about it. Every day, your goal is to think about how many presentations a day am I doing? Right? How many are you doing a day? Now, some of you might be thinking, there's no way I can do 3 presentations a day. You might not be able to, like legitimately. That's okay. You're running your race, right? I just had to change fast. I wasn't going to drag this thing out. I wanted to live the lifestyle. So run your race. That's okay. If it's 1 a day, great. Do as much as you can, as often as you possibly can. But if you want to do TC in 90 days, if you want to hit it out of here, it's going to take 6 and 8, 6 and 8, 6 and 8 as often as you can. Okay? Every day, every day, every day. You've got to be doing something to move your organization fast. And then you've got to be thinking, how many presentations a day am I doing? How many presentations a day are happening in my organization? How many presenters do you have? See, one of the things that I see that kills production is people get desperate. And they start thinking, okay, there's a meeting over here. They got 5 people. There's a meeting over here. Okay, they got 6 people. Man, there's like 11 people. I need to make a paycheck. I got to be at both of them. I got to do those meetings. I cannot let Joe go do that meeting. There's no way Joe's doing that meeting. They got 10 people there. I got to be there. Instead of sending Joe and Sue and Larry and Bob and let them go out there and they do horrible presentations, right? But if you're the only one presenting, you're only limited to you. So don't be afraid to let your people go out there and just mess it up. Okay? What Mindy and I want is literally as many people out there doing a horrible presentation as we possibly can. Just get them all out there, right? Just go do it. It's fine. Yeah, you're ready. Go. Go, 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 go. Get out of here. Yep. So you guys, when we created, like you think I'm kidding, right? But when we created that momentum, we had so many PBRs happening. All we cared about was booking meetings. We'd have people call, hey, listen, I got 3 meetings tonight. What am I going to do? Great, that's awesome. You're up. I've never done it before. Okay, great, no problem. Grab your 10-step. I'm driving to a meeting, and I'm coaching them how to do a presentation on the phone. Listen, you're up. You're the one that's got to do it. They're counting on you. They're in your team. They're looking at you as the leader. You're up. Let's go do this thing. And they're like, really? Yeah, man, you're going to kill. This is easy. No big deal. And you build them up, and you let them go out there and go make it happen. Now, is it best to prepare them and teach them? Absolutely. But your job is to go create chaos out there. Just create it, just like lots of meetings. That's what it's all about. Momentum is going to be totally chaotic. You're not going to have everybody sitting down and having this little, okay, I need a 2-hour window to launch you properly. Okay, now we're going to schedule another day where we can sit down and make phone calls. Okay, that's going to drag out forever. You're going to get somebody signed up and you're going to say, great, listen, who can we go talk to right now? Who can you put me in front of right now? Who can we go talk to? Listen, I'm here right now. Who can we go talk to? And you're going to go out there and you're going to start doing meeting after meeting after meeting. And you're going to turn one meeting into 3 meetings. You're going to turn one PBR into another 2-on-1 at the end of the night. Mindy and I were out doing meetings in Arizona together one night. She goes out and does this meeting with this guy. She has a couple of spouses there, right? Ladies there. And she says, hey, listen, your husbands need to see this? Yeah. They say, yeah, okay. Listen, can you get your husbands over right now? And she looks, the wife looks at the wife, well, I guess it's like 9:30. And she says, yeah, I'm here right now. Why don't you call them up, see if they can come over. I can talk to them right now. She's like, okay. So there was a wife there, got her husband there. The husband got the wife out of bed to drive over. Mindy apped them both on the spot. The guy went ETT that night. The next night, I went in and did another meeting for one of those people. They had 2 ladies that were there. They came over. They showed up. I said, hey, listen, I'm here right now. Can you get your spouses back over here? Well, yeah, probably. They ran out the door. They just came from working out, so they just ran home, got their husbands back. They went ETT that night. Okay? So 2 ETTs on top of each other one night to the next night. It's about rolling one meeting into meeting after meeting after meeting. That's how you're going to create momentum. It's all about your calendar and your schedule. How many meetings are you scheduling a day? How many are happening in your organization, right? It's so vital, okay? And then talk about like how many, it's all about like what I loved about Ron's training is he talked about the numbers. How many of you are business owners out here? Are numbers in business important? They're vital, okay? These are the vital statistics of your organization. That little section right there, how many launchings are happening a day? How many presenters do I have? How many 2-on-1s? How many PBRs are happening? That's the vital statistics of your organization. Now, you guys, we had all of this momentum, okay? Like I'm telling you, this is vital. So Mindy and I, we hit TC in April. And May, we signed up 169 people. June, we signed up 145-ish. Okay, is this momentum? It's crazy momentum. Things are just going nuts. And then in July, okay, we're sitting there and we do a little 4th of July thing, and we come out and we start looking at our numbers. And it's about the middle of July. And we look at our numbers and we're like, what the crap? What happened? Like our production went, woo, right? It was like we maybe had 30 people in or something like that. From 150 to 30, that's like getting punched in the gut, right? And it's scary. And so we're like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. Let's grab our calendars. So Mindy and I look at our calendars. Not much is going on, huh? And so we said, all right, time to go to work. And we scheduled the blitz. Now, right then, I flew into work with Darren and Jennifer, and I said, hon, we're going to schedule a massive team-wide blitz for the last 2 weeks. Now, we're going to talk about blitzing. I'll talk about blitzing tomorrow. But we took and we just focused on that calendar. We focused on the calendar of how many meetings, how many presentations, and we ended up closing out July with 47 reps or something like that as well in those 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, over 120 people signed up, and it was because of that calendar, the PBRs, the presenters, all of that is where momentum takes place. And you guys will see at the bottom of that page, we've got the full-time and the part-time schedule, right? So some of you, you have your full-time jobs right now. And if you were to go get a part-time job, if you, I don't know, maybe you go get a grocery store, how many hours would they consider to be a part-time job? 20 hours, right? So if you look here, and let's say that you're a part-time ACN rep, okay? You're going to put in anywhere from 10 to 20 hours a week. So these are the types of things that you're going to need to be doing if you're full-time and you're trying to fit this into the cracks of your life. This is going to help you to develop a consistent schedule and a calendar that can start now. Imagine if you had this part-time schedule duplicating throughout your organization. See, you might not be able to put in all these crazy hours, but if you do the right things with getting people trained to be presenters, getting people scheduling PBRs and helping them to schedule their two-on-ones and doing lunch meetings, and you're doing all of these things, and that duplicates throughout your organization, that's where the numbers come from. Anyway, it's not you being this big stud. It's you enrolling a lot of people into working and driving for team coordinators. Does that make sense? Okay, so your calendar, you should be doing at least 2 to 4 PBRs and 3 to 4 two-on-ones per week. Okay, you need to attend at least one business opportunity meeting a week, and one Saturday training, and probably one ETT and above training. Okay, now sometimes that's once a month, sometimes that's every week. It just kind of depends on this organization. But your goal should always be to be in front of anywhere from 10 to 20 people a week that you're presenting to on a part-time basis. That's the number that's really vital, is how many people are you actually in front of, right? I mean, if you're doing all these two-on-ones and you're running around crazy and you're in front of, you do 10 two-on-ones, that's about 10 hours a week. You're in front of 10 people, right? But if you do some PBRs in there where you can get, 5, 10, maybe 7 people, whatever, at a good PBR, your numbers can go through the roof, which is what's going to generate momentum. It's all about the new people you're actually in front of, okay? Now, to be full-time, well, whatever I would do, I would just do whatever I possibly could to put these hours in, right? If you want to consider it full-time, you're going to be working anywhere from 40 to 70 hours a week, right? I mean, if you're a business owner, 70 hours in a week is no big deal. You're going to be putting in as much time as you possibly can. 5 to 12 PBRs a week, 3 to 4 two-on-ones per day, right? You're starting at 10 in the morning, 10, 12, 2, 4. Do two-on-ones all day long, right? That's what we do. You just crank out those PBRs all day long. And you're still going to attend the PBRs or the bombs and the Saturday trainings and all that stuff. But instead of being in front of 10 to 20 people a week, you got to get that in front of that many people a day. That's your goal. Be in front of 10 to 20 people a day. And when we talk about blitzing tomorrow, we're going to talk to you about how you can get in front of 150 to 200 people in a day, okay, and in your entire organization. When Jeff and I talk about that, we're going to teach you and help you to do that tomorrow. So you guys, I hope that this makes sense to you, what we're talking about here, and I hope that you know that you can do it. Because if Mindy and I can do it, I guarantee you that every one of you can make it happen. If you're willing to sacrifice. Everybody wants to be an RVP. Everybody wants to be an SVP. But are you willing to pay the price? It's kind of like, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die, okay? Everybody wants to have this great lifestyle with their kids, but, my son has a soccer game. It's his first soccer game. He's 5. He's got a soccer game. He's 5, right? I mean, so everybody wants the lifestyle, but are you willing to pay the price? And you guys, all I can tell you is I don't know what challenge that you're going to have to face. My challenge was dealing with being away from my wife and kids. When I had to go out and sacrifice, when I'm out there building the business and paying the price. And it was really hard for me to do that. But I guarantee you it's worth it. I don't know what price you're going to pay, but all I can tell you is it's worth it. Pay the price now. You can either pay the price of discipline or pay the price of regret. But a price will be paid no matter what. And I believe the price is greater to not build it, to not sacrifice right now. And so you guys, I am truly honored to bring up the next speaker. She is so dear. Her and her husband and her family are so dear to my wife and I. I mean, Mindy and Jennifer have been best friends forever. And, I mean, since high school, right? And it was pretty awesome. I'll just tell you a little story on them, okay? When we first got Darren and Jennifer started 6 years ago, we would stay in their house and all that, and we'd stay in one of the kids' rooms, depending on who was more available or not. But Mindy and Jennifer, they'd go up there, and they would just, they were in Kaylee's room, I think, staying up till 2, 3 in the morning, and just laughing. They were like back in high school together, like these two little high school girls just giggling and talking, and it was pretty awesome because, they hadn't seen each other for years. And this business brought best friends back together. And it's awesome because, back then we would talk about, man, it's going to be great when, we're traveling the world together. We're on the beaches and, we're sitting on the beach and we're watching our kids play in the sand together and we're all over the world. And that dream has come true many, many times. We've been to Dominican Republic, Aruba, Hawaii, Mexico multiple times. Our kids have been all over the world with us together. But you guys, that dream started, we started talking about that together when we were ETLs. They were brand new in the business. And so some of you right now, you're going to develop these friendships that are priceless. You're talking about traveling the world together and building this business and living the dream together. And if you'll become like workhorses together, where you run side by side together, you're going to be able to live that dream, just like we have. And Darren and Jennifer are probably the greatest ACN reps that have ever come into the company. They're absolutely phenomenal. We're honored to have them as business partners, but cherish their friendship as much as anything. You guys know them. They're some of the most highly decorated reps in the company. Been COC members from the year that they first went RVP. They're top SVPs. They have a business all over the world. And you guys, there isn't anybody better for you to learn from than Jennifer and Darren Dowd. And you're going to get an opportunity to hear from Jennifer. But before we have her come up, we're going to play a quick video for you of Darren and Jennifer. So you guys, after the video, we're going to ask Jennifer just to come right on up. But I just want to thank Jennifer and Darren for the friendship. We love you guys, and we'll roll their video.
Awesome. Didn't Jeremy Deeble do an incredible